CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. He's got the hottest takes with the highest stakes. He should be president of the United States, but it's CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. CUST Corner.
I think it's been occurring to me that there should be a store where you can buy singles of everything. How often does your TV remote not work and it's just one battery that's dead? I wish you could buy one AA battery, not 12. I wish that, maybe you have you're going to bake something and it calls for one egg. And I'm not going to go through maybe a dozen eggs. I wish I could go somewhere and buy an egg. I wish I could get a single slice of pizza the way I want it. I wish I could customize a piece of pizza, but just one piece the way I want it. I wish I could, if I needed a certain type of like brioche bread, I wish I could get a slice. On a separate note, they should also sell bread with the crust already cut off of it. Like they should have regular crusted
6-year-old.
They should have regular crusted bread, but they should also sell bread without the crust for the people who don't like crust. But that's a separate point. There should be a store where you can just, and the only thing you can buy is singles of stuff. If you want doubles, triples, huge amounts, Costco exists, grocery stores exist, Walmart exists. Go buy those things. Go buy them there. But there should be stores around where you can buy a single of just about anything you can name.
How much would you pay for a slice of bread?
I don't know, 30 cents, 40 cents.
It's going to be $2 at the
No,
store.
like a loaf of bread is like $3.
Yeah, if you want to buy a
So
single, it's going to
slice
cost you
should
$2.
be like 30 or 40 cents.
Oh
That's
my
not what it's
God.
going to cost.
I should be able to buy if I want.
How does this store stay in business?
Because obviously the margins are much higher on.
Yeah,
an
Pat,
item
the
than it is
margins
on
are
bulk.
so big where the store owner is just buying things from Costco and then selling them at like 15x
Sure.
price for lunatics like Tim.
$1 a
Oh,
slice.
this is one of your worst ideas ever.
People would love this.
This idea is very bad.
How many times have you
I'm with you on like the half type of thing. So you can buy a half loaf of bread. I mean, you can buy a 6-pack of eggs if you want to. That makes a bit more sense because the packaging for the stuff.
What
alone,
if I want one can of Budweiser? I can't buy one can. I have to buy a 6-pack.
That you actually can.
Not an individual 355 milliliter can. No, I can't.
You can
Or
buy
a
like
single bottle.
you
No,
can
I
buy
can't.
like
You can buy the king cans.
Yeah, you buy
I
the
don't
king
want, but maybe I don't want a king can. Maybe I just want a regular size can. I should be able to buy singles of just about anything.
Your level of entitlement,
It's
like
always-
you talking about this store, but it sounds so entitled. I don't know why, but like, I just want to buy one piece of gum. Get
You wanna
out
buy-
of here.
I want to buy one Sharpie, not a dozen. I want to buy
One
glue
cigarette.
stick,
You
not
get
a
in
bunch
there
of
by
glue sticks.
one cig.
Well, you can buy a Lucy's at the head. Any good convenience
Can I
store.
buy
Yeah.
a lighter that has one flick?
one flick?
That's a little
You can
different.
buy
Those are-
a match.
Not the things that are already sold in singles. There's already certain things that are already sold in singles. But like the things that are not, that it's like impossible to just buy
You
one
want
of.
a made-to-order single slice?
Yes, I do.
Why wouldn't you just get a little pizza?
Maybe I don't want all that crust. The ratio of crust to topping is way off on the personal pan pizza vis-a-vis a regular slice.
I once heard a
This
wise
course is
man.
embarrassing.
I once heard a wise man say, "Cust, crackers are a family food. Happy families. Maybe single people eat crackers. We don't know. Frankly, we don't want to know."
It's a market we could do without. It's a great idea. You just buy a single of anything.
No, the people
It's a
shopping
bad
at the
idea.
store would be the loneliest people on earth.
And you know what? Their money is as green as anybody else's.
Yeah, but it's not as much money. They're not spending as much money. That's why you'd have to charge $1 per a slice of
You
bread.
wouldn't have to charge that much.
You
could-
would. In order to stay in business, you would, because you have no one going there in the first place. And everyone in it, you basically have to rip them off and try to make money.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Tim,
they have a
think
right
about
to
it
make
this
money.
way. Think about it this way. Like that corner store, in New York, they'll call them bodegas that literally do what I said. They just shop at like Costco, then charge you like 20x. This sort of store would have to charge you more than that type of store.
Whatever. Like, I'm just saying, it would be super convenient for me and for others like me who don't want to buy and end up buying way too much of something
You've already done this. You've already done this grocery store version, and now you're just dumbing it down to batteries.
It's an example that I've been through. Like my remote wasn't working.
You can buy 2 batteries,
but I didn't need 2 batteries.
The dollar store, you get a pack of 4 for 99 cents.
You're missing the point.
No,
you're never going to need to use a battery ever again.
I don't have the space to save all.
I'm sorry that you don't have any space in your place for 3 more AA batteries.
It starts with that. Then it's something else. Then it's something else.
You're the same guy who doesn't throw out a Christmas card from 20 years ago.
Then it's those are treasures. But then there's all kinds of these things that I want just one of, and I can't have because you get such a great deal. It goes back to that frustration I had at the gas station where I can't just buy a Monster Energy drink because it's as expensive as 2 Monster Energy drinks.
You can do what you want,
but I don't want to. I want one.
Then buy one.
And I can't be the only person out there who would like to have a battery or a slice of pizza or a glue stick or a marker or a pen.
A glue stick?
Just
fucking huff and glue?
No, but like I'm just thinking multiplicity or like there's all kinds of things that would be super convenient if I could just have one of. And there should be a store that tailors to people who would be willing to spend a little bit more just to have one of them.
You can't have everything. Do you want Costco lockers or do you want
I can't have apparently
I can't have a society with all of it.
But apparently I can't have any of it.
You can go to Costco.
But then I can't have a storage locker to put anything.
Why don't you just rent a storage locker? If space is such a big problem for you, why don't you rent a storage locker? So in 30 years, when you forget to pay it and it becomes abandoned and it's on Storage Wars, it's the world's saddest storage locker.
Why don't you just buy someone's in your building?
No, I just want my own individual thing. Is it too much to ask?
Is it too much to ask that someone start an entire grocery store where they sell singles of things?
Well,
yes.
It wouldn't just be a grocery store. It would be a general store.
How big is it? It seems like it has everything there.
Well, you could order some things in advance, maybe through a catalog.
Through a catalog? So they're sending you. So the single serving store is now sending you the Sears catalog.
That would be nice.
And you're gonna like, oh, it's my wish book. I can't wait to get a single slice of bread.
You know what? You make fun of me, but I actually think that would be nice.
Sears doesn't even exist anymore.
I know, but it would be nice to have a catalog where you could circle the things you wanted and send in.
But
Tim,
food.
I don't mean
a single serving of one of the food.
The food is more difficult. That you just sort of have to know.
What are some other single serving things that you would like besides batteries and glue sticks, apparently?
Or like I said, a pen or or tape.
Yeah, you can buy a single pen. They tend to be nice pens.
No, but I'm just talking about like a Bic. Or any like pizza.
What happened to the other Bic that you had?
I don't want all kinds.
Yeah, but what happened to the one that you had previously been using?
It ran out.
Oh.
Of ink.
Can I ask you a
maybe
question?
At some point you might need another one?
Yeah, but that's a then problem. I'll get the other pen then.
You could really just plan ahead.
Packaged individually?
Yeah, how much is the packaging for this? Or they sell
is it like I'm literally putting my hand into a carton of a dozen eggs to take out an egg? Or is it like a one-egged package?
No, I guess it wouldn't be packaged. You could get it wrapped, but I guess I hadn't thought of the packaging.
Look at the slice of bread. Did they just open up a loaf of bread? Be like, what slice do you want?
Well, that would go in like the little baggies that they put like sandwich meat in.
Well, now your cost is going way up on this stuff.
Cheap little plastic bags.
Can you buy one of those?
Society is not in a position to, no offense,
that's
like support this lifestyle.
And what's that, Jeffrey?
Of a child.
I just mean like you're talking about me and the people like you. Like society is not equipped to support stores
with no crust bread that you can buy a Lucy of.
It would be nice to buy a slice of bread that had the crust.
Is it already pre-decrusted when you buy it, or does someone's grandma cut the crust off for you there?
It would be nice to be able to buy bread where the crust was already cut off. That would be nice.
Is that a big hassle in your life?
No, but I'm just saying it would be nice. It would be. I'd appreciate it.
Why don't you just open one of these stores for yourself? And only you can shop there.
No.
Because you know what? It only has one customer too.
Okay. Just trying to think of ways that things would be more convenient for people who don't need
to
buy.
No. You said for people. That is not the case. You were thinking about things that are more convenient for you.
Yeah, but I'm not alone in this.
Jared, you live by yourself now. Is this you big on buying a slice of bread?
Bad idea. Straight up bad idea. Also, bad for the environment, Tim. I'm very disappointed.
If I want one toaster strudel, I should be able to buy. For example, that's a great. It occurred to me the other day. Like if you buy a box of 6 toaster strudels, I'm going to eat 6 toaster strudels. And I don't want
That's a you problem.
but I don't want
You can't handle yourself.
I would
Then
rather be able to buy one.
No,
of
you don't.
those.
You know what the answer is? Buy none.
I know, but I just want one.
But you don't want one. You want 6.
Because there are 6.
No, it's
there.
not. You want 6
If
of
I
them.
just bought one, I would satisfy my desire to have one, and there wouldn't be any others to have with it.
Tim,
It would.
I know people with drug problems, okay? You know what they do? They buy one because they don't want to get back into the lifestyle. You know what happens? They call the guy again in like 2
Okay,
hours.
but this is much different.
The way you're talking about it doesn't sound like it.
It would be very convenient to be able to buy one of all kinds of things instead of having bulk around the house that never gets used or gets wasted.
It actually seemed, you know what? Convenient isn't the right word for this because it would be convenient to have it at home. Even if you threw it out, it would be more convenient to have it at home.
It's wasteful.
You just talked about all the packaging for the environment, which would be the most wasteful thing
but wasteful
ever
in a
on
different
this.
sense. Wasteful in the sense that I just don't need that much.
But you need more.
No, I
Because
don't.
you're going to have to go back the next day and buy something. You're going to go grocery shopping every day.
Well, no, this is for like when you're one-off spots. Like if I'm gonna bake a pie, I don't need as much
The
Crisco as
only
you would buy.
person that this store makes sense for is you and Morency, who
not
I
true.
worked with for almost a decade, and I only saw him make single-use food. Like his whole life was like single-usage food purpose.
I saw Morency's fridge one time. What do you think was in Morency's fridge?
I heard
Like
Cam
Otto's
talk
fridge?
about it.
What's
I've
that?
never
You
seen
like
an
Otto's
Orange
fridge?
Crush, right? Like
Yeah, it was like weird sodas and condiments. That was it.
Been there. Been there. It's just DC and condiments in my fridge. I've been there.
You could just use this as a chance to change your lifestyle.
I'm just saying it would be nice to have the option. That's all.
You know what I could also see is CUST walking around this store, picking up all his ingredients to make a sandwich. And then he comes out and he comes on this show and he says, so I walk around, it's like 10 minutes. All of a sudden I got ingredients for one sandwich. It takes you 2 minutes to eat it and then it's gone. I got nothing left for the rest of the week. That is what I can hear.
Well, that would be a fair that'd be a fair criticism if that's what I would say. But it'd be nice to be able to buy singles of things where possible. One craft single, something like that. You can't buy one. You got to buy a whole pack of craft singles. But I don't want a dozen craft singles. I just want one. Can I just have one? No, can't. Have to buy 12.
Why don't you just go to like the deli where the cheeses are, get them to cut you off a slice and just buy that?
yeah.
Whatever. It's not what I want.
So because you have to talk to someone to do it?
No, it's just
Because you want to crack, you want the worst possible type of cheese? That's what you want?
maybe I do.
You are, I don't even think it's a secret how low you are.
I'm not.
It's incredible.
It's just that maybe that's what I want for something.
But it seems like everything that you want is like the lowest possible version of all
right.
this stuff.
Once again, everybody's always against me.
I just gave you an option to get a single slice of cheese and you passed on it because you want a fucking craft
So
single.
maybe that's not what I want. I want the craft single.
You just want a bunch of chemicals put together, not even real
That's a
cheese.
me problem.
Well, all of this is a you problem.
Nice
You're the one who wants to buy a single fucking battery, you
That'd be
lunatic.
very convenient.
I don't think that it would. If
Well,
one of your batteries is going out, chances are the other one's going to follow it pretty quickly. You probably need the two. Why wouldn't you just replace the two?
Where am I going? Then you open up the batteries and you have one out and one not out, and you put it in a drawer. and
Take
you
them
forget
both
you
out
have it.
fresh. You change them fresh. A pair. That's how it works.
Seems
you swap
pretty
them
easy.
out at the same time.
So now I'm throwing out a perfectly good battery.
No, when it's getting a little wonky, you flip them a few times, and then you finally make the move. I gotta switch these
That's
suckers.
not the approach.
That's
I'm
it.
taking.
Yes, that's how it's done.
That's
no
how
one
I do it.
switches one.
That's how Geoff does it. Jared, do you do the same thing? Dayton? Yeah. You're 4-1 on the show.
All right, fine.
Apparently it never occurred
I'm
to
used
you to do
everyone
this.
being against me. That's
Do you have
okay.
like a tester? Do you have a battery tester where you can pull them out and see how much juice it has left to know which one's gotta go? What are you,
can
talking
play?
about?
Yes, you have.
So you
multiple-
spend time playing around with
Yes,
other batteries
because I have other remotes
to
and, like, can see which.
so
batteries-
you're spending a ton of time doing this when you could just have the double switch and be done with it.
Just let me buy a single
Dollar
battery.
store
Why? Because you
sells
want to spend
four
more
for a
time fucking
dollar.
around with which one's the right battery? I thought this was about your convenience. You said
I know.
You said it would be efficient. This doesn't sound very fucking
It's
efficient.
efficient for me
How?
because it
Do you
works
not know what the word means or
It
how to put it
works
into practice?
for me. It doesn't have to work for you. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to buy the single battery. You can do what you're doing. They're still selling you your 12-pack of Duracells, but I want a single one. And why can't we both have what we want?
You want to spend time testing out to see which one of your batteries.
But I do that already.
Why? You could just replace the batteries.
I want to know which one's not working.
Why?
Because I want to know.
Why?
It's
I
$4
wanna
for
know.
Throw them
$1.
fucking both out. Put in new ones. It works. Boom. You save
Dollarama,
yourself
4 for
15 minutes.
$1. 4 for $1 at Dollarama. What are you doing?
Those aren't even the good batteries.
What?
Those aren't Duracell or Energizer.
What do you care?
I like the good ones.
Why?
I just trust the brand names are going to last longer, be more dependable than ones you never heard of.
Is that why you like
No,
Kraft
they're like
singles? Because you've heard
Panasonic or
of Kraft
something.
other than
No.
a real piece of cheese?
No.
Do you
Oh no.
make nachos
Yeah.
by taking some like restaurant style tortillas, putting them on a little plate, and then putting Kraft singles over them and putting them into the microwave?
No, I do not.
Are you
No, I don't.
sure?
No, I don't.
Because you strike me as the
nachos are-
type who
no.
might do like we were talking about some of the lowest things possible.
No.
That's low.
I buy the scoops and I individually dress each one.
Oh, look at that attention. Yeah. Look at that.
If I'm gonna make nachos, I actually make them so that every nacho. I hate when you make nachos and like the bottom half doesn't have enough stuff on it, and it's mostly just warm chips.
Which are nachos according to you, as per the
Yeah,
custies.
but they're not as good as like the nachos that are loaded.
Which are
That's
also
why
not-
that's why there's nachos and there's fully loaded nachos.
There was
There's
also the
distinction.
most controversial take, weirdly, that
I-
came out of the custies
I
about how
realize that.
wrong you were.
Well, I
about
stand
that.
by it anyway. Am I not wrong that the bottom of the nachos don't seem to have as much stuff? The distribution is all off. If you individually dress each one, yes, it does take you longer, but it's a far more enjoyable eating experience.
I like the hodgepodge. It's like a game.
see, you're thinking about it in two different ways. You're thinking about nachos that you get at a restaurant that are like this big, and that's how it ends up being done. Like they layer it, but at home, you're not making a fucking plate this
No, but even
size.
if you're still making a
That's
regular
right.
plate,
You're taking out the sheet. You're putting some parchment paper down so it doesn't stick to it. You lay out all of the chips flat, and then you just throw all the shit all over them.
Yeah.
Then like shred the cheese all over them. It's fine.
maybe I use more chips than that when I make the.
How many chips are you eating?
Like there's like a slight layer beneath the top layer.
You're just having a lot of chips.
And the point is, I just think I can control the distribution of each bite far more efficiently my way.
I like what everyone is saying here, to be honest.
Okay.
Jeff just likes
I like-
nachos.
Yeah, I like both ways.
If you wanted to become more efficient with it,
I'm
Don't-
not saying that my way is more efficient, but I'm saying that I think my end result is better on a whole.
what if you only liked one nacho? Could you buy those at your store?
I don't think you could buy.
Why not? I wanted a nacho. Why isn't it here? Imagine the types of people that would be in this store complaining that you didn't have one of what they wanted. They'd be you, but with stuff that you don't like.
There would have to be some lines you'd have to draw. I'm not
Why?
sure. Well, you can't buy a grain of rice, for example.
Why not? I want a grain of rice.
That seems silly.
This
I
all
want
seems
one
silly,
piece
Tim,
of shredded cheese.
Yeah, that seems like
for my one nacho. I'm just trying to have one because if I have more than one, I'll want to eat them all.
Okay.
Like I just
that's
need
an
Parmesan
unfair
cheese.
analogy.
I just need Parmesan cheese for my one serving of spaghetti.
Yeah, but you can
you
buy that at the grocery store. The one serving amount of pre-grated Parmesan cheese. That's not a problem.
Is that really a thing you can do?
Oh yeah, you like
I
the
don't
tiny
think that
plastic-
is.
the little tiny clear plastic tubs that have like $3 worth of Parmesan cheese. that
Yeah,
are
that's
grated in
way
it.
more than one serving. That's
Not for Tim.
That's not one serving for me. I want to taste the cheese. I'm not just lightly dusting my spaghetti with it.
okay.
It all goes in.
Okay.
I just realized this is kind of bulk garden. Like you could get 1 grain of, you could get one almond.
The thing
if you
about
really
that
wanted
is
it.
that like people's hands.
That's what they're doing at your store. You just said that's what
Oh
they're doing
my
at your store.
God. What do you think your store would be?
you would be using like utensils.
No,
stuff like
I'm
that.
in a hurry. I'm going to grab one.
You aren't. Someone behind the counter is doing this for you.
Well, hold
And
on.
then
Everything
Tim-
is behind the. How inefficient is this fucking store that you have to
And
go to
your
the
store
counter
would have
to
to
get
have
one of
stuff
everything that you
It'd
want?
be like a jewelry counter where like someone's opening it
It's
up.
an
and they
entire
cut it off.
store.
Tim, you'd have to
That's
have
not-
warning labels all over the store playing, please don't snack in the store eating your singles.
That's true. I would be.
Keep our
I would just be
prices
like, oh,
low.
you're the one who loves free samples.
Yeah, but those are free samples.
Well, these are free too.
No, they're not.
I've had them. What are you gonna do? Charge me? I'm gonna walk out.
Tim, I could
Arrest
literally
me,
do
I
a
dare
lap
you.
in your. I could do a lap in your store and get lunch and leave without
Yeah,
paying.
make a
what are we
sandwich, I'm
talking
okay
about?
Well, we know your history of stealing things at grocery stores, Jeff.
Oh,
I steal the bags.
I bought 2 bags the other day because, of course, I forget mine every single time.
Yeah.
and I had a lot of groceries. So I bought these 2 reusable bags, and all of them fit into one. But I had already paid for 2 of them because I put them at the front. They scanned them. And I told the lady, I was like, look, I don't want you to. I was like, I only need one of these. I'm going to leave this one here. She's like, well, I already charged you for them. I was like, I understand that. That's okay. Just give it to the next person who needs it, like who forgets their bag.
Yeah.
Just give it to them. Pay it forward. I take one step the other way. She looks at the next person. Do you want a bag? I was like, no.
You know what you could have done is that usually most grocery stores have that bin where people will put groceries for people who are needy. You could have put it in that bin.
It's not a grocery. It's a bag.
Yeah, but it's a bag.
Can't eat a bag.
No, but it would be a bag.
Just to remind people out there, I get back at Big Grocery. I walk into the store at still this grocery store. They have the bags at the front of like the checkout line. I go right to the bag, grab a bag, rip off the tag, toss that tag somewhere in the cereal aisle. I'm off. When I'm done, I'm back in line holding my bag as if I walked in the store with it. I don't give a shit.
And I'm the answer.
I don't give a shit.
I'm
gonna go there, buy groceries for a house of 5 people, and you're gonna make me pay for a bag? Shove it up your arse.
Just like when you go to Bulk Barn, like how much like candy are you eating in the aisles? Fuck off.
Zero. Well,
I probably eat like $20 worth of candy.
Zero.
Buy 2.
No, I don't.
Just like, yep, let's go.
No, never, ever, ever,
See,
ever.
you don't know how the rest of society operates.
I don't think that most people are thieves.
Jared, Bulk Barn.
I don't think I'm a thief when I'm spending over $50 in the store.
That doesn't justify breaking the rules.
Yes, it does.
If everybody
I'm from
did
a
what
time
you-
when that
Everyone is
shit
doing
was
it. That's the
free.
thing. You're not. You're the sucker here.
All right. Well, you know what? I sleep well at night knowing that I don't.
You don't. We talked about.
Abscond
We
with
talked about that
fuzzy
you don't
peaches.
sleep well.
Well, other people don't sleep well around me. I sleep just fine. No, I don't. I wouldn't take like someone's
Oh,
cherry
if you
blast
saw
syrup.
Galen Weston, would you tell on him? Would you tell on me?
No, I wouldn't turn you in, but your conscience ought to be enough to incline you not to do that.
Everyone else is doing it. Might as well do it.
Bro,
Everyone
Are
else
you
jumped off a
kidding
bridge.
me?
Would you jump off a bridge too? I would not.
for
Well,
the
how high is
price
the
of
bridge?
Doritos,
You wouldn't
can
jump
give
off like
me
a 2-foot
bag.
bridge.
You justify yourself however you need to justify yourself. I'm
Hey,
not,
my-
and I'm not sitting in judgment of you.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
That's
you
very
are.
clearly what
Yes,
you're doing.
you are.
You're like, I've never been to a candy store where there's bulk of candy
No,
and
I
never like
haven't.
sampled candy. Is it because you are afraid of stealing or you're afraid of germs?
I think, well, not only am I concerned about the germs, which is a real thing, just I was taught not to do that, and my conscience would bother me. Remember that episode of The Simpsons where Marge like wanted to be charged for one grape?
And they made fun of her.
but like she was being ethical.
And they were like, you're wasting our time.
I know, but I just
Everyone eats them.
go ahead. Let everyone do what they're going to do. My conscience doesn't let me do it.
It's the germs.
That's a part of it
It's the
too.
germs.
I don't like the germ. People getting their hands in the candy and ugh.
But you scoop it and eat the candy.
I don't go to Bulk Barn very often for that exact reason. I like the sealed things and untouched.
All right, that was good. Good start to the much better than your ground turkey. Just start off
Oh,
last.
my
Oh yeah,
God.
the infamous ground. I should. You know what? I wish I had started with.
I had ground turkey just
I
before you
wish.
got here.
Now that you say that, I didn't think of it. I should have started with.
Maybe
I
your
discovered
worst-
ground chicken, and I should have just gone about ground chicken. And see how
Maybe
long
your
Jeff
worst
goes.
one ever.
You're berate. I know. Stop berating me.
Here's a tip: ground turkey is healthy.
I remember being on the golf course weeks after that, and someone being like, I have to can't tell you something about Tim. I couldn't wait. And they were just furious that you gave the season premiere to ground turkey.
Well, I hope I've made it up to that person. I think there needs to be a lot more timers in the world and things that are fixed to those timers. For example, one of the scourges in golf right now is slow play. I have an idea where on the tee, once you've hit your tee shot, you have to hit a button on the tee, and that starts a timer. And however long is allotted for that hole. And when that timer is up, a little door closes over the hole. You can't finish it. You got to move on to the next hole because you've taken too long on that hole. There should be timers at restaurants. Once you order your meal, a timer is placed on the table, and you know exactly when you are going to get your food. And if it's late, then it's free.
Why
And
would
they should-
any restaurant do this?
and to hold everybody. I would be far more inclined to know, oh, if I order this, it's 33 minutes. If I order this, it's 21 minutes. If I'm really hungry, I might order the 21-minute meal, not the 33-minute meal. And more importantly, I know exactly when it's coming. I don't have to wonder if I get up to use the washroom or if I get up to take a breath of fresh air. Will my food be waiting for me when I get back, or will it not be there yet?
That's how you know if your food's going to be there or not. If you go to the bathroom, you've been waiting. If you go to the bathroom, when you come back, it's always
I don't
there.
want that.
It's always there.
I want to be there when it arrives. So
why?
Because I don't like it just sitting there getting cold for any period of time. I want to start eating as soon as it gets there. So golf courses should have timers per hole where if you miss that time, boom, that hole's over. You can't complete it. You got to move on to the next hole. No more 5-hour rounds.
How do you enforce that?
What do you mean? You have to click a button when you start the hole.
Okay.
And then
what?
The timer runs, and then when the timer elapses, that little door closes over the hole.
What if me and my buddies don't hit the fucking button?
Yeah.
You will hit the button.
T-box.
That's what the marshals no longer have to worry about moving people along because they're too slow. The marshals can focus on making sure, you're actually pushing the button when you're supposed to. It's like, yeah, there are bells at some holes, or flags, or beepers, or lights.
There's a bell at our course. It gets rung 30% of the time.
No, far more than that.
No, it doesn't.
Far more than that. It's expected that you do that. Most golfers will follow that rule, and that will mean that play will be faster as a consequence. People will know exactly how long their meal. It keeps everybody accountable. And, the times can vary based on the day. It's perfectly fine if the restaurant wants to say that it's going to take 23 minutes on a Wednesday, but it's going to take 31 minutes on a Saturday. That's okay. That's understandable.
Why do you need to know?
But you need
one
to
of the dumbest
because
things I've ever heard.
There should be so many more timers.
Why do you
want
to leave so quickly?
I want what I want when I get there, and I want to know how long it's going to take me. And if something's going to take a lot more time, maybe I don't want to order that. I want to order something else.
Hear me out. Doctor's office. Timer?
Yeah,
It's
great idea.
Bomb. You're done.
There should
Pants up. Draws up, ma'am. Out of here.
It would be good to have more timers in places for accountability purposes. I know exactly how long X or Y are going to take.
No one is going to agree to this.
Tim, you know what you should do? You should get like the cable internet repairman to abide by your timers, or the dryer washer
pizza places
repairman.
do this.
It's a selling point for a pizza place.
This would be a selling point for a restaurant. Yes, it would. If I knew.
Wouldn't. Not at all. I'm going to
I
a
can
nice
guarantee
restaurant.
I won't have slow service. I can guarantee
You don't go to any nice places anyway.
I do on
No,
occasion. Yes, I do. And when I do, it would be nice to know exactly when things are going to come out.
When you go to a nice place, you're there. That's your night.
Yeah, but I don't want to wait.
You just want to fucking leave.
No, I don't.
That's all you want, is to get in and out of there as quickly as possible, apparently.
No, that's not the... I don't want to be there.
You're just like the... What did you say before? That if you spend more time at a restaurant, that you wouldn't tip more?
I don't think you need to tip any more. No, I think it's the same amount. But
so you spend 3 hours there, you would tip the same as if you spent half an hour there.
Yeah, it's all based on the bill. It's not based on the time.
Oh, Jeff, Tim was also shocked that one of our friends tipped the buffet server. He was blown away by it.
You tipped them $20.
Tim, I had to piss so much in a strip club in Orlando or in Daytona this weekend. You know how many tips that cost me? Oh my God, every piss is just more tips.
You've never been to a place where the bathroom attendant is there, have you?
I don't think that I have.
You gotta tip them. And they're spraying stuff at you you don't want. You still got to tip them.
What if I say no thank you?
They might stab you.
What, that I don't want their cologne or their aftershave or...
Yeah, you would tip $1 and steal his entire
no.
I
would just wash my hands and leave.
Jolly Ranchers.
I would just wash my hands and leave.
Yeah, but if the night was ending and there were still mints or like Jolly Ranchers or
no, I wouldn't.
Gum, you would.
No,
you did that at a wedding once, though.
It was a wedding where the stuff was just going to get thrown out afterwards.
It wasn't getting thrown out.
It might have.
That's a real change in that story.
I think it's a very strong likelihood that it would have.
You mean the people who, when they were cleaning up, they would have just taken it back with them?
They might have. I don't know that they would have. I wouldn't have.
Why not? So you wouldn't have taken your own stuff, but you would take other people's stuff.
Well, just in that case.
Tim,
what?
Can I pay more for more time? Like me and my friends, we're at couples dinner, nice restaurant.
Yes. I like that.
And
surcharge.
fill the meter. Like, You're
I
saying,
love
like,
this.
what if we?
Yes.
You're saying there's a
I like
timer
this.
on them, but they have a timer on us. Like, we got to get out of there. Maybe they got to want to turn the table over.
Oh, that's not what I thought you meant. I'm sorry. I thought you meant if it's $30 for the steak normally, I can spend $35 and get that steak 5 minutes
Oh,
faster.
so it's like Uber Express or whatever.
That's what I thought you were saying. That idea I liked. That I can pay a surcharge to get even faster.
You realize that
sure,
they're not
anyway.
holding it back, right?
I'm just saying. They'd make mine a priority.
Oh, so like the people who order on the app.
No, but the app is not the same thing. We were all at the restaurant at the same time in the building. The app is.
But
when
I'm
people
paying
use it-
more.
It's not. No, it's
Can
not
I
about
pay
that.
more to have yours come
It's
out
all
later?
about the
Because that
technology.
is, it's sort of like those piano bars where the guy plays shitty piano and you have to pay him to stop, which is a great idea.
Never been to one of those.
Well, seemingly, but
When I go to the bars, it's not that kind of thing. It's not.
sure. But like, if I'm at the table with you, can I pay an extra $20 to ensure that yours comes out way after mine?
No, this is not that. No. This
Why,
is
that sounds like something I would spend money on.
This is now becoming mean spirited, which is.
I mean,
not
it's
what I
all
want.
mean spirited to begin with. All it is you wanting things as quickly as you want them. You have
Tim,
you don't care about anyone
I just
else.
want to know
you
the
want
time.
yours now.
I want to know the time.
They probably don't. Have you ever worked in a kitchen?
No.
No. They have no fucking idea. They get the slip back there. They're trying to make stuff in a row. It's not fucking Domino's where it's already made.
I have visions of Kenny Kim yelling at me now.
I mean, Jared, you worked in a kitchen, didn't you?
So many kitchens.
How is this going to work?
It's not going to work.
How is it not going to work?
Say two cooks cut their hand, and you're down to 2 cooks out of 4. What are you going to do?
I guess I'm getting some free meals
Why would they give you a free meal?
because I was promised delivery in a certain period of time.
By you, apparently, because no restaurant's ever going to do this.
Yes, they will if they want everyone to be accountable.
What happens if you get sick calls? Like, does the time go up? Does that change? Like, do you leave?
You can
then?
adjust it at the start of the day, I suppose. You can adjust the menu. That's
Why
fine.
would they ever put this in place?
That's fine. You can adjust it all you want, but once the timer hits my table and I know how much time I've got, then that is fixed.
Tim, you know who has this down pretty good?
Who?
Strippers in the back room. You know, like per song. You know, songs up, pay the meter.
I'm just saying, whether it's golf, whether it's at a restaurant, any number of places, timers to hold everybody accountable, and that way everyone knows how long something would take in 2025 makes a lot of sense.
That's why prostitutes are so efficient, buddy.
Where are you going today with
You're
this
the
holiday?
one. I'm telling you. What do you mean? You're the one on the time. Telling you on the clock, bud.
He's giving you real life examples of things that are actually on a timer.
I'm giving examples of where I think a timer would ameliorate things.
But it wouldn't, because no one would want to fucking go to
Yes.
these places. And the businesses would not want to put this in.
Yes, they would.
No, they
and,
wouldn't.
And golf courses
Okay,
would
but-
love this.
No, they wouldn't. Golf courses wouldn't. What would happen? So you you press a button, and in 15 minutes, a thing goes over the hole.
Yeah.
Who's that going to fucking stop from playing the hole?
They're not going to be
What
able
if
to finish
two guys, they've been playing fast the whole day. They both lose their drive. They're in a match. Something's just happening. And there's one hole where something goes a little over time. Like,
the
I don't
times can
know,
be
and-
generous. It can be like 23 minutes a hole if you want. You can have a generous time. I'm fine with that.
Does your time?
and
get
you're
added
letting me
up?
feed the meter, which might annoy the people on the tee box waiting.
No, you can't feed the meter. You only get to do it once. Like, these things are scourges.
23 minutes a hole is what, 7 hours?
Yeah, but you're not going to take that long per hole. But if you have a really, really long hole, it ensures that it don't have to happen once, right? The first time you actually experienced you'd speed your golf
My
up.
question is, who is it going to stop from playing the hole?
The super slow golfers.
Yeah, but why would anyone still stop?
'Cause the
you
hole was
wouldn't
gone.
know that the hole was over until you got up to the green and you saw that there was
The flag would lower, and you'd know it was gone.
You still know where the hole is.
No, you don't, because the flag is gone. The
Okay.
pin sinks down, gone.
You know where the hole is. I walk up to the green, I see the hole where it should be.
Where
right?
it should be, but you don't know whether it's in or not. The flag stick's not there. It's just
You can
covered.
fudge that.
no one's gonna do that.
Really?
No one's
What
gonna
they're going
that.
to do is, you know what? I'm a bit long on this one.
I'm
up by
going to the next
green.
hole.
I'm going to the next
Because
hole.
you don't-
That sounds fucking
It
ludicrous.
alleviates the marshals from having to actually do the most awkward thing in
you
golf.
mean do their fucking
Well,
job?
which
of
I'm
telling
sure they
people to
don't
speed
like
up?
to do, which is to tell people to skip
Well, you know,
holes.
if you can't tell people to speed up, this is going to be you when you're a marshal, by the way.
No.
Refusing to confront anyone about playing slow, ever, and never being seen.
I would be seen. I want to ask people how their day is going.
You know who was good, that marshal that we had this weekend?
He was a really nice guy.
No, he wasn't. He was an absolute asshole who kept telling people to hurry up.
Well, if they were going, you didn't say that to me in any of the groups I was in.
No, me neither. But there was one guy that he was on all week.
Well, was he playing slowly?
He was.
Well, play faster.
Jared, did you encounter the marshal?
Only when he asked us about the guy driving over the bridge.
Yes. One of our friends drove the
Cart
over a 20-foot high walking bridge where the cart could not fit. And they had to, like, cliffhanger style, get out of the cart and shimmy along the side of the bridge, which was just a 20-foot drop to nowhere, just to, like, move the cart like 6 inches in one direction or the other so they could get it going back. That happened.
What a fucking monkey.
That happened.
Like those walking bridges, they're like clearly walking bridges.
Oh, it even says walking bridge. There's a sign that says
I know, but
walking bridge.
They don't make walking bridges that like, maybe I can get my cart. Like they're distinctively.
It was a scene. I mean, I didn't see it because we were in the first group out, but we heard about it, and apparently it was a disaster.
We were wondering where that group was for a while.
That explains the slowness because it took them like forever to like get the cart adjusted so they could back it out.
Let's say an accident like that happens on a hole. Now they can't complete it.
No, you can't. Nor should you.
But you still
Nor
couldn't complete
should you.
it. Like,
honestly, you shouldn't be
COVID
allowed.
rules, you couldn't even hit the ball in the hole.
Wow.
You just switch to COVID rules.
This would just
Keep on playing.
be a way to prohibit unnecessarily slow golf.
Okay, Tim, hear me out. My group's only got a couple minutes left, and there's still a couple putts or something, and we mark the hole. And so now when the hole disappears, we know exactly where it is.
I mean, you can do that if you want, but you shouldn't, and I don't think many people will do that.
The hole is still going to be there, Jeff. It's not like grass comes over top.
Well, that's what he said. He said the hole closes.
That's not a real thing.
Like a door, like closes over top of it. So you.
How much does this cost to implement?
Not that much. It's all AI. You just click a button and it just slides.
All right, give me a price.
I don't know.
Map this out for me.
It's probably like a $500 a hole investment.
Oh my God.
It's a timer with a little switch that moves a
No, but
little
it's the
sliding
hydraulic.
glass.
You have to tear up the greens and put in a fucking hydraulic system.
No, you don't. The little machine is in the hole and it just goes. Shoop.
A hole is that deep.
Yeah.
Where's everything going?
Make it a little deeper.
So you have
And
to
then
tear
Tim,
up
the
the
whole
greens every
location
day.
moves. Like
No,
the
You
hole's
have
the
different
same
pin
every day.
positions. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but it just goes from like being 5 inches deep to 10 inches deep. You just get a deeper cutting tool.
And what about the system that retracts the flag and puts it back up?
Well, it goes in the cup.
Yeah, how does it go back up?
It has to go back up. It just goes zoop.
Yep. What system in place makes it do that?
I'm not an engineer.
Does it do it by itself?
I'm not an engineer, but it's like.
Is it magic?
It could
Yeah,
be battery powered.
When the group on the tee box hits the button to start their turn, the hole and the flag have to reappear from the ground.
No,
you just closed it.
Yes, it does.
So how does it do that?
It's like just like that sends a signal, like through Bluetooth.
How does it do it?
I don't know how it does. I'm not an engineer, but people who understand these things can like AI it or Bluetooth it and figure it out.
They can AI it or Bluetooth it and figure it
They
out.
can. I can't. I don't have that
The
ability,
whole
but they can figure out the
location
mechanism.
should change daily. So you have one stationary hole always, or is there a hydraulic system under?
There's a
every-
little tiny hydraulics thing that goes in the cup. It's only like yay big.
And that's going to work with your AI Bluetooth signal.
Yes, I will. It'll
Especially
read
when
it.
you put it underground when it retracts into the ground.
It's not that deep into the ground. It's only a few inches in the ground, and it can read it, the signal.
You're not super close to it. You realize that.
No, but you
when
can
you're
still-
560 yards away.
You can still send a signal in such a way that the machine will know that the timer has started.
This sounds like
Let's
a
say
fucking
I'm on-
hassle.
This is no different like in all those movies where they have detonators and like you're hundreds of kilometers away and you push the button on the detonator and it works.
And I'm on the tee box on like a 500-yard hole, so you can't fully see, or like a dog leg, so you can't see the green. And for some reason, when my group hit the button, it didn't activate. And now we're out in the fairway, and there's no hole or flag.
Then you know what? You get refunded your green fee.
Well, golf courses aren't good, so they're going to spend a bunch of fucking money that they don't need to, and then they're going to refund people money if it doesn't work.
But it'll make the playing experience so much better.
No, it won't. It will do absolutely nothing.
It will speed up
No,
play.
it won't.
You know what else this is going to do? Oh, I got 23 minutes on this hole. I'll have a couple of beers. I'll take my time looking for this golf ball. Everybody's going to use the entire
No,
time.
they won't. No, they won't. Because the
You're
first time
right.
they run out, we're like, oh God, I got to hurry up.
No, they'll actually maximize their time. Some people
And if it happens,
will like
no.
will maximize it like it's a massage chair or something.
It's like you've never played golf with people before. Or seen people at a golf course.
Most people are not that selfish.
We've got like 5 more minutes. Let's all hit our putts again.
Yeah, let's take another drive.
That would not happen.
No, there's no way
That's bad etiquette. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't.
You don't think that there are people who have bad etiquette who play golf?
There's a handful of people that do, but that wouldn't happen a lot.
No,
But
because
then the marshal would have to come out.
That's
and
what the
they
job
thought
of the
we got rid
marshal is.
him.
The
We
marshal can
fired
just
him.
marshal at that point. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do this.
They can do that now. Then you're not spending any fucking money.
The confrontation is too much, and I don't like it.
So you can't be a marshal.
I don't think I
You're
could
too
be
big
a
of a
marshal.
fucking pussy
I could
to
be
tell
a
someone to hurry
I
up.
could be a rules official. I don't think I could be a marshal.
That's not a real thing.
Well, it is.
On the PGA Tour, it's a thing.
And
You see it. Next time you have a ruling, call up the rules official at our course. See when he comes
I
out.
would say any tournament has a rules official.
Our club championship.
I bet you
does
there's one person whose job it was to be the rules official.
I mean, after playing with the group that I played with who played in it, they said they just kind of agreed on whatever the rule was and kept on going.
Any legit tournament that's a professional tournament where there's money on the line would most definitely have a rules official.
You should go to those and become a rules official.
I think I'd be good at it.
Maybe. But I don't see what
think you get
this has to do
bullied
with
by the
anything you're
people.
talking about.
Well, what it's got to do with things
You're
take too long.
intimidated. Hold on. You're intimidated by someone who works at a hot counter and has a ladle that serves.
Yeah, but if it's
Then,
my
like, you would
job,
be able.
if it's my job that day to enforce the rules without passion or prejudice, I'd have no trouble doing that.
Then why can't you be a marshal and tell people to hurry the fuck up?
That's such an awkward conversation.
It's not. Hurry up. You're playing slow.
Oh, I don't mind telling people to hurry
It's
up.
what I yell at people on the tee.
I wouldn't mind telling people to hurry up. It's like when you then have to take that next step.
You
and telling
can't
people to
even
skip
ask
a
a
hole.
waiter what that dish is that just walked by the table
No,
that looked
that's
good.
too uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're gonna
What
be a
are
great
you
fucking marshal.
talking about?
I just
You're going to confront like a serious
Don't
golfer
like things taking
about a
an-
rule?
things shouldn't take so long, and timers would help solve some of this problem.
Not in any of these scenarios. Because all they would do at a restaurant if they put in a timer is make it twice as long as it probably takes. Just to ensure that they don't have to give you free shit.
Well, if that's what it took, that's what it took. Then, at
Then
least,
why have them in the first place?
because if it ever did go over that, they really would have to give it to you free.
But it wouldn't. They would, as someone who owns a business thinking this through, be like, yeah, 2 hours till you get your food.
As a customer, if there were accurate timers on
If
the
I
table,
went to a place that had a timer on the food, I would think it's the lowest fucking place
well,
on
I would be
Why are you
enthused.
treating my dinner like it's a parking spot, you freak show?
Let's get in, let's eat, and let's get out.
No.
Let's, I'm not here all day. Let's get going.
Where are you
going to do?
going?
Where are
What
you
are you
going?
getting? How are you so busy that you think you want this?
An hour and a half, that's good. Let's move on.
Are you having problems where you're like at an hour and a half and
No, but it's like
you're not out of there? When was the last time you went to a restaurant that was more than an hour and a half? Even the other night
it was
wasn't.
2 hours.
Because we kept getting drinks.
It was not that many. It was 2 hours we were in there for.
Okay.
Like,
Yes, Jared, you were there.
No, yeah, that was that. To be fair, that was an hour before we got our food. But the way this works is, if it comes out sooner, you have to pay more.
More.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with that.
Really?
I
You would be
disagree.
fine with that. So I'm telling you that your food is coming out in 53 minutes. It comes out in 23. You owe double.
Not double.
And
No,
what if
no,
Tim's
no,
at the
it came out twice as fast.
what
$1
if
a
Tim's
minute.
if it's scheduled to come out in 20 and it comes out in 16 and he's in the washroom, he's gonna call the manager and be like, I was in the washroom when it came out. I wanted to be there when it arrived. Give me a refund.
And they'd be like, sir, you can go fuck yourself.
Well, they wouldn't talk to me like that. I'm a customer. But
I'm shocked that you don't get talked to more like that.
no.
Because businesses are really stepping up. It's not all about the customer anymore, which I do appreciate.
Anyway,
That businesses will tell you to go fuck
I'm
off
just
now.
trying to solve problems.
A problem that doesn't exist.
Slow play in golf is an epidemic.
Sure, but they're
And it needs
you
to
know
be
how you
solved.
alleviate slow play in golf? Don't have as many members and don't have as many tee times.
Well,
And publicize publicize, make it public.
Yeah.
yeah, but most of these people are green fears. So even if you publicize it, it's not like
You're complaining. I mean, you only play at our course. This is what you're talking about.
no, but it's just in general.
Don't jam in 6-minute tee times.
I
which
agree.
They're doing. So it's on them.
I agree.
They're creating the slow play.
That is a problem. That is a problem.
You know how it goes. Every holiday season, I tell myself I'm way ahead on gifts, then suddenly I'm the week of, and I'm not. And I'm panicking, scrolling through nonsense. But this year, actually nailed it. Because when you send Omaha Steaks, you're not sending a gift. You're sending the world's best steak experience. Hosting, gifting, last-minute scrambling, they got you covered. I've been hammering these filet mignons, USDA certified, very tender. Throw them on the cast iron, little butter base. It's holiday magic without any of the stress, and gifting them. Every single person I've sent Omaha Steaks to acts like I handed them gold bars. Convenience, quality, variety, it's all there. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Mayo at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code Mayo. Now that I'm old, I've had to come to the fact that I just don't bounce back the way that I used to. I don't wake up in the morning feeling normal. And now that football season has started, that is absolutely unacceptable. I got work to do in the morning, and I got kids that are waking up. It's no good. But that isn't a problem anymore because I found ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol. The ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic, invented by PhD scientists to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for the rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol the first drink of your night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel the best tomorrow. Go to zbiotics.com/PatMayo to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Pat Mayo at checkout. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/PatMayo and use the code PatMayo at checkout for 15% off.
So you people know how I feel about KFC. I'm a big fan of KFC. They have introduced, at least here in Canada, this new pickle lineup. And it is upsetting me to no end. It is a pickle-flavored chicken sandwich. It is pickle chips.
Chicken sandwich.
Pickle fries, and pickle Pepsi. These are what's being. I couldn't imagine eating that fast food order of pickle fries, pickle chips, and I don't even understand why everyone is so obsessed these days with everything pickle. I like pickles; they're fine, but it seems like such a trend right now where everybody wants pickled this and pickle that. No, I want these pickle chips, and oh, we should do like a dill pickle hummus and a dill pickle that. No, like pickles belong like on sandwiches and hamburgers, and that's it. They don't belong in the batter of KFC that has 11 herbs and spices. You add the pickle flavor and it throws off the balance of the 11 herbs and spices. And then you add it to the fries. The fries are it's like going to the movies and the people who put the flavored stuff on their popcorn, like the pickle on their popcorn. I don't understand that. And then pickle Pepsi. Like Pepsi's bad enough. Imagine having a pickle flavored Pepsi on. I couldn't imagine eating that meal. It would be so stomach turning. All right, I had to get that out there.
Question.
Can I just say I like Tim is very like it is clear there is some pickle propaganda. Like pickle is being you're being overwhelmed by pickle. At like Popeye's got some pickle menu. Pickle menus are showing up everywhere. Tim is not wrong. I'm not like I'll just order something else. I never got bothered.
Have they gotten rid of the other stuff on the menu?
No.
So what's the big deal?
The big deal is they're like advertising this as like, oh, this great meal you want to try. I couldn't imagine having pickle Pepsi or a pickle flavored chicken. Again, it throws off the whole perfect balance of all the spices.
Then don't order it.
I don't intend to.
Tim gets offended. Tim gets offended by places he really likes when they don't advertise things that he likes.
And not only that, like they're tinkering with like perfection. Who could want this? Like, what was I'd love to know the market research that led to them saying, you know what we need? We need Pepsi that's flavored like pickles. You know what we need? We need French fries that are covered in pickle dust. You know what we need with this perfect battered sandwich? We need to somehow add I just don't. And it's everywhere, and everywhere you look, Geoff is right. There's like this pickle phenomenon going on right now, and I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
But you said you like pickles. I don't like pickles. I think this is not for me.
I think they're fine.
But I wasn't morally offended by seeing it.
They're fine in the right place. They have their place. But not here. No.
Is this like when you had to pull over when they had like a vegan menu?
It's close. Well, no, it wasn't that. It was that they painted the KFC green.
Maybe they should do that for Pickle Week.
I was worried about that. I'm worried about that.
Bothered him. Plant-based meats.
It wasn't even that. It was that they painted the KFC green for it. That's what really got me going. I just don't like it. I don't understand the pickle propaganda, as Geoff put it in. And I don't even know if they're doing this in the U.S., but in Canada, this is what they're pushing forward. And it bothers me to no end. And I just had to get it off my chest because it really bothers me.
Would you like to know?
They're all copycatting each other. It's kind of annoying. It's like when there's like the hit summer movies Volcano, and then there's like a Dante's Peak.
I like Volcano.
Did you like Dante's Peak?
No, but I liked Volcano.
In Dante's Peak, there was that old woman who wouldn't leave her house.
That is true.
She got peaked. Full of fucking ash. Here's what Google AI says about the pickle trend of 2025. It's a major food movement driven by younger generations' desire for intense, bold, and complex flavors like tangy, sour, and spicy. This trend goes beyond pickles themselves, encompassing pickle-flavored snacks, condiments, and even desserts.
Pickle-flavored desserts like the pickle Pepsi. Yeah.
Pickle Pepsi, like, get out of here. That's something that I should get at, like, see at the state fair, not at the
you're
restaurant.
Right. That's where that belongs. That's exactly where that belongs. Get out of here with your deep-fried pickle wedges, too, as appetizers. Get out of here with those.
It has turned, after spreading across social media platforms, turning pickles into a nostalgic and personality-driven lifestyle choice.
I don't even know how to respond. No, stop! I beg you. What are you going to do? Make me I'm just waiting for like a quarter pounder that has like a pickle mayonnaise or something on it. Like this won't stop here. And it needs to stop. Just please. I love you, KFC. You know I love you. Please, just don't do this.
Some of the driving forces behind the pickle movement are the demand for intense flavors.
You already said that.
Sensory experience and gastrotourism.
Gastrotourism. You know what gastrotourism is to me? It's the international menu at McDonald's. That's gastrotourism.
You don't even like any of those ones.
Well, one of them was okay.
For years you complained.
One of them was okay.
Did you try them all?
I tried everything.
What was the best one?
Oh, it was the teriyaki sandwich. Even though it was very messy, it was flavor-wise, it was very good.
For years, you said that if you actually went anywhere, the first place you would go is McDonald's.
Yes.
To try what they had. Now, you don't go anywhere.
No.
So that was never going to happen.
Never.
Instead, they brought it to you, and you were very upset about it.
Well, because it wasn't very good. Geoff will back me on this. How bad were the pizza bites, Geoff? How bad were those?
I was shocked that got past McDonald's quality and control. And you can like mock that statement, like McDonald's quality control. Usually things that hit the menu, or at least like you could see like how someone finds it delicious, even if you don't. Those were so low rent. Even for McDonald's, I was shocked that they got there.
Nobody wants pickled sandwich. No one wants pickle Pepsi. No one wants pickle dusted fries or pickle chips.
But here's the thing. There's so many like new things that you do eat and you are amused by. Like you got some like McDonald's teriyaki chicken.
Yeah,
or
that was
something.
fine. That was fine.
But that's what I mean. Though, who wants teriyaki? Like you. I would say, as like a fast food hardo, I don't get upset about this because I like encourage them innovating, even if it's not something that lands with me.
No, even if that's true, I think you have an obligation to say when you think they've missed the mark, to come forward and say, I think you missed the mark on this.
Just don't order it. That's how you get.
Well, I don't intend to. Don't worry. I don't intend to order it. I don't intend to eat it. But it still bothers me to no end.
I do know a guy who might harass corporate on the internet, but the only way you can speak to these people is to order or not order.
A trend analyst at Google said searches for, quote, pickle flavor, end quote, reached an all-time high in the United States in February, increasing by 340% year over year.
Madness.
They want it. They want them pickles.
Apparently, some people, I don't understand it. I just think this is the wrong venue for it.
These sound, wait till McDonald's gets their pickle flavored whatever.
I'm afraid of that.
Do you think that people like will request to go to the cuck space in the drive-thru because they're getting the pickle stuff?
If they recommend a pickle DC, I'm out.
Really?
No, I don't mean that. But I'll be upset. And I will complain.
To who, me?
Yeah, and
You'll complain to them.
I'll just complain in general. This has been really bothering me. I had to get it off my chest. It annoys me to no end.
Feeling better now?
I actually am. That was kind of cathartic.
Should we get you some
No.
for week one?
No.
Week
do
one.
Not, do not, do
I feel
not,
like we're
do not,
we're
do
locking
not,
that
no,
in for week
no,
one.
No.
Pickle KFC and pickle Pepsi.
Oh, no, don't do that.
You walked into this, pal.
Yeah.
I didn't think of this. Ugh.
How did you not think of that?
I don't know. I didn't think of that.
You walked right into
No,
it.
I don't want that.
Tune in to
No.
Sunday Night Live
No.
1 with myself,
No.
Cust and Chris Meany, where Cust will be dining on
No.
some pickle KFC. And you know what? He'll fucking love it.
No, I won't.
You will.
Chances he loves it, Jeff.
Like, it's not even fair. It's not even a fair, like,
Really? You think I'm
bet.
going to take a big gulp of the pickle Pepsi?
There,
and
you
think, oh,
think
this
there's
is
a
delicious.
chance this thing is worse than the trash you glad-handed last year?
That
There's
was
no
good stuff.
You ate MREs, not
They were
even
s-
good ones.
They were good. They were so good.
Jared said that they turned to paste when he left them inside.
Well, most things do.
Not like that.
Well, whatever. Those were good. No, no.
I'm going to throw a little one at you.
Okay.
What do you think the worst rule in sports is?
Wait.
Uh,
Can I give you one?
okay, I have one, but go ahead.
The possession arrow in basketball. Just do a jump ball.
Well, that's only in college ball, but yeah,
But it exists. Like, why? Why do we need the possession arrow?
that's fair.
How about fumbling through the end zone?
No, I don't have a problem with that. You should be penalized for fumbling down by
I
the goal
agree.
line. That should be you
If
should
the
have
end
to pay the
zone's
price.
sacred, like, no, I agree. I
Otherwise,
don't-
you're going to have guys just willy-nilly sticking the ball out, trying to hopefully score a touchdown with basically no consequences. If you're going to extend the ball for a touchdown, then there should be a real price to pay if they slap it out of your hands.
Here's the secret. They do that already.
Yeah, but they would do it even more so with the backup, I think. And coaches would encourage it
I don't
a
want
lot
that
more.
rule gone. I like
know.
that rule.
I
The
would say
possession
for
arrow's
me,
pretty stupid, though.
If you hit a golf ball in the fairway, you ought to be able to move it out of a divot.
I agree.
I think that would be my rule. Or bring back the two-line pass in hockey, but that's not going to happen.
Are you the only person, you and whoever coached the Devils in the 90s
Look,
are the two people who want that back?
The Edmonton Oilers were the best scoring hockey team of all time, and they managed to do that with a two-line pass being offside. Just saying. It just encourages cherry picking, and I just don't think it produces as good a hockey.
So you thought 90s hockey was the way we needed to go?
90s hockey wasn't great, but 80s hockey was great, and it had
Yeah.
all these rules.
But then the game evolved. And then we got what happened in the 90s. Then they had to change all the rules because it was unwatchable.
The left-wing lock was an unfortunate era of hockey,
And they made the pads 8 times the size for
which
goalies.
I think that should probably be reduced as well.
But then the reason there were so many goals in the 80s because they basically didn't wear gear.
Well, they did, but it was much more slender, and no one other than Patrick Waugh did the butterfly either. But
I heard the butterfly's out.
is it? Are they back to pad stacking?
I think so.
Oh, great! I loved a good Kirk McLean pad stack.
Kirk McLean couldn't get the Canucks over the edge.
Very
in 94.
close. Very close.
They should have brought in Kay Whitmore to play.
I think some other rules in sports I don't like.
Jared, do you have any?
Okay.
I want to know from the people, too.
Oh, I tell you what, I hate offside in soccer. I hate it. It's already impossible to score. If people are offside in soccer, that's A-okay in my book.
See, I'm with you, but I think it's because neither of us like soccer.
No.
I feel like if you like soccer, you're like, no, that's like the,
But, like,
the,
I
the-
tune
the
in-
key component of the game.
I know, but I tune in to the European Championship and the World Cup, and when I watch those pretty religiously, I'm like, this is the stupidest rule.
Stopping the clock in first downs in college football is fucking stupid.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like in the NBA that you can advance a timeout from behind the basket to halfway up midcourt. I prefer the college rule where you have to inbound the ball from the backcourt. That you
I got
get
one.
to arbitrary, yeah.
Challenges. Like, you know how
Like that
whenever
challenge?
oh no, like whenever anybody thinks that they might have been fouled, they're doing this. I know you can't see me. Cust, if you could like do it for the people.
Like
yeah,
jump
that
out.
thing.
Jump out.
Like an umpire saying home run.
Something's got to be done about that because that drives me up the wall.
That's not really a rule, though.
No, but I think they could implement a rule to take that out.
If you do that, someone tases you. I won't say shoot, tases you. Then you'll learn real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the begging for calls, because it works.
That's
just
true.
it.
That's it, right?
I mean,
And
I guess
time
the
wasting in
most
soccer
annoying,
works too. Should take that out too.
the most annoying thing that
The
happens.
South American
in-
teams would never win if you took diving out of soccer.
There
The
should be a-
Italians and the South American teams would immediately lose in the World Cup.
There should
their
be
whole
a
game.
huge penalty if your entire defense runs to the other end zone to celebrate a fucking turnover.
Yes,
and
that's
it's
the
called
worst.
Back
We've gone
on a replay.
We were in an era of the NFL where it was too restrictive and people couldn't celebrate. And I understood opening the floodgates, but now it's gone beyond. You recover a fumble on the 30-yard line in the first quarter, and 12 guys are doing duck, duck, goose in the end zone over a fumble. I don't like that.
If it was a touchdown, I would be on board with it.
That's fine.
But like a big sack and then everyone's celebrating it.
It's too much.
It feels like it tires you out.
It's too much. This is professional sports. Be professional.
Notre Dame's second and goal from the 7.
Yeah, but they're down 10.
No,
right?
now they're only down 7.
I'm sure they'll manage to not score. If you're like me, this time of year you find in the city, there's always construction taking place at important spots. And I think they should invent like this, I don't know, 1 or 2 story little ramp that can go over top of the construction so that you can drive safely over the part of the street that's under construction and they can continue to do their construction work. Like it wouldn't, but like it, you know, if you're doing a huge stretch of construction, that probably isn't possible. But if they're doing like, I don't know, a 250 meter, 500 meter long stretch of a road, they should be able to build like this big ramp that goes up that you can drive on to allow traffic to continue to flow through, and you wouldn't have to then sit in traffic for 25 minutes. You don't think that would be super convenient?
So let me ask you this. Even if it's 250 meters, that's pretty long. There's no 250 meter truck to bring this thing around. So all you're doing in this situation is creating construction before the construction, then they got to do the construction, then they have to do more construction afterwards to take the construction down.
You put it together in one night.
Airlifting in this ramp?
No. It comes in pieces. The truck shows up, they take it out, they put it together, like at 2 a.m. or something when they do night construction. And then it's ready to roll for rush hour. And you can continue to do the construction for as long as it takes. And then when it's over, again, some night, you take it down.
I don't think that OSHA would allow you to do construction.
Well, obviously,
one of these things.
It would have to be obviously safe and secured. But you could, I'm just thinking it would be so convenient to be able to like avoid massive snarls in traffic by being able to drive over top of it safely.
I don't disagree with you. I think that would be wildly convenient. This is not that dissimilar to your idea, but on a much smaller scale of just building every road in the world has multiple levels to it.
But that was more or less to avoid having to drive next to big trucks, which scare me. This is more about not having to sit for forever in construction while you're waiting for a stretch of road in an important part of the city to be fixed. You can just zoom over top of it.
Sounds like Lego?
No, it would be made from metal and concrete or not concrete, but like metal and those like grates that people drive across. Like it would have to be 100%
These are like
safe and
temporary
secure.
bleachers. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, like a temporary ramp that gets set up so that they can do the construction and you can just drive over top of it safely.
A temporary ramp that can carry the loads of vehicles.
Well, yeah, exactly. You ask an engineer, what do I need to make it out of? How do I reinforce it?
Now, how do you think these construction companies get these contracts to begin with? What do you think the number one thing is when they're looking to hire, besides like mob connections?
The lowest bid?
The lowest bid. So how much would these things cost?
Well, the first one would cost something, then you just have it ad infinitum.
Yeah, it doesn't cost $0 to set up. This sounds like where are you going to store these things? How are you going to transport them? How are you going to put them together? How long do they take to put together? I don't think you've thought this through.
That could be that could be some people's job, that their job.
So now we're paying more people too.
That their job is to help assemble the ramp so that people can drive over top of the construction. It would make construction more amenable.
Expensive.
Maybe a little bit to start, but in the end, it would be you could.
Where do you put them? Where do you put these things?
You just, again, because you disassemble them when you're done, it wouldn't be that.
So how long does it take to set up?
Probably a few hours.
A few hours to cover an entire. So even if it was 250 meters, which is what in miles? I don't know.
Like a tenth of a mile?
A tenth of a mile. That's a lot to set something up that's completely disassembled to assemble that is sturdy enough. Just think about the transportation load of trying to get it there and where to put these things in the first place.
Just put it on a couple of trucks because it's just all loose, and then you bring it to, when you get there, you bolt it into place.
These are, you need a crane to do this, for one thing. How else are you going to get the stuff up? This reinforced steel.
I mean, I guess, but you're doing it at night, so it's okay. You move it in and out.
What?
I think it would work.
So how many people do you think it would take to put this thing together?
Probably
This is
a
like the
dozen.
Army
A
Corps.
dozen.
This is like the Army Corps of Engineers that would.
Well, make it shorter then. Make it just like a 20 meter.
Well, now we're
strip.
not even getting over the construction
Just enough that like
It's not practical.
at all.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of a way to avoid massive
What are
construction
you in
delays.
a rush for?
Nobody likes to have to sit in traffic when it's full of construction.
Agreed.
And there are all kinds of places where the infrastructure could definitely benefit from, particularly in high trafficked areas, more frequent maintenance on the roads that you
Why
avoid.
don't you just turn on the blasters on your car and fly over the problem?
All right. Now, see, that's not a serious comment.
But I don't think that your idea is overly. It's in the same ballpark of unserious.
Okay. I have this other idea.
Okay.
It's more likely that cars get blasters to hover over these issues than the ramp would ever get made. Okay.
I think that I think it's doable. I think it would be fun, and I think it would be
It'd be fun.
it'd be cool to kind of drive over the ramp.
You would be terrified to drive over the ramp.
Well, maybe yeah.
Remember when we
That
asked?
ramp would scare the shit out of you.
Remember when we were playing golf at Brunello and you have to drive across that bridge? We were trying to figure out how much that bridge cost, and you said like $20,000, and it turned out it was like $1.3 million. I feel like you're just off in your judge and how much this stuff costs.
I mean, it probably
and that was like a what, 30-foot bridge?
yeah. I mean, maybe a touch longer, but it went over a street. But I mean, I'm thinking like okay, maybe 250 meters is too long. Maybe like 100 meters, but like enough that there's enough length and rise that you get over the construction safely, and then you move on to the other side.
So
Okay, maybe you won't laugh at your next idea.
but hold on a second. Let's say there is 250 meters of construction. So what you're saying is that you do it in increments of 100 meters, and that way the ramp can go over all the construction?
Well, no, maybe it just needs to be for shorter stretches. I don't know. It's a work in progress, but I'm just thinking it would be convenient to have elevated ramps that you could drive over construction and not have to be delayed because only one lane is open and you've got to wait for that lane to clear for your turn.
It feels like it would take more time to set up this ramp than actually do the construction.
Well, I feel like once you got it down pat and it was people's jobs and they were very good at it, that they would actually be able to put it up with relative
He
speed.
thinks this is like the WWE crew setting up the ring. They've done it enough. They know what they're doing. It takes them 40 minutes.
Well, it's true of any job, though. The more and more you do it, the faster and faster you get at it.
I don't think I'd want people skimping on this in terms of
Not
time.
skimping, but like professionals who had done it enough and knew what they were doing would be able to do it with relative alacrity.
I think you're really underestimating how difficult it would be to take down and put up one of these structures.
What are the odds I like your second idea less than this one?
I don't know. So I think this frustrates me. How often have you been to the grocery store and bought something that went on sale the next week?
Would never
It
know.
happens to me all the time. I think grocery stores should give a heads up to people
Oh
about
my
what
God.
things are about to be on sale but aren't on sale yet. I would love that, and I think customers would love that too. If it's the sort of thing that I can wait to buy next week, I'll buy it next week. But I mean, if it's something you need right away, it's still there. You purchase it at the regular price. But they tell you, hey, next week's flyers is going to have this on at this price and this on at this price. And so you sort of have a heads up to the deals so that you can be strategic about when and where you purchase things.
Shut up.
Why do you think that things go on sale at the grocery store?
There's all
have too
kinds of
many of
reasons.
What do you think the primary reason is that things go on sale?
Get rid of them. Or they got a great deal on something from like Nabisco and like they bought it at mass at a great price and now we're going to pump it out.
Or they have too much of something that they weren't able to move, so now it has to go on sale so they can get rid of it. They don't know that in advance.
The week before, they probably know.
Tim,
They
it's
probably
sort of
have-
like gambling. I'm walking down that aisle and I could buy that bag of chips for $3.50, but next week it could be $2.99, and that's just the gamble I take.
Yeah, but you know what? It's real annoying when you don't beat the house because you bought it at $4 when it went on for $2.99 the next week. I'm like, I wish I had purchased it
You don't
now
even
instead of
look at
then.
Yeah, you don't look
prices.
at the prices of anything.
But I still like a deal and still want a deal.
But you would never know that you were getting a deal or not
But I
getting
look
a
at
deal.
the flyers.
Well, sometimes hey, here's the funny thing about flyers. Just because something is on the front page of a flyer and they don't necessarily say it's a deal.
It is a deal. That's why it's on the flyer.
No, it's not. See, this is how they get you.
Yeah, they just trick you. But Tim,
They just
why
it's
would
exact, they will just promote something on the front page of a flyer that is exactly the same price that it's always been, but you now think it's on sale.
Well, I'd like
and why
maybe.
would they let you? Why would they give you information that would lead you to not buy something?
maybe this
and
goes
like,
to, like,
who knows what
advanced
happens
members.
in a week?
Maybe this goes to people who have.
So
like,
you want to pay more money for a membership to know when there's potential
No, but, like-
savings coming down the line.
but if you're somebody who has,
And then you're someone who doesn't look at the price anyway, so you'd just be paying
No,
more
but if
money.
You're one of those
Tim,
people
like,
with
there
those
are
cards.
There are items that like always go on sale, so you just buy them when they're on sale, and you can even stock up a little.
Yeah, but if I need it, but I don't need it this instant, I'm happy to wait another week because I'll get it on sale, and it would be super
But you
convenient to have
just
the heads
wait
up.
because this item always goes on sale.
But what if it's not for another 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
Are you really sweating the dollar that much?
I'm just saying.
Like, list the type of things that you buy that you would wait a week to get because they're 50 cents off.
What anecdotally happened where you bought something a week ago and then you went back this week and you just what a dagger. It's like betting a game and then you go to the book the next day and there's a better price. And it's just like a dagger to the heart. To not be getting that half point and have already bet it.
Yeah, it sucks. Then you go on with the rest of your life.
Yeah, but
So what was it? What did you buy that
it's
went on
happened to me
sale?
more than once.
Just
but,
give us a list. Top
recently,
3.
like, sparkling water, that'll happen to me.
So what was the price?
I think it was like on for
You say you don't even know if it was a deal.
$5.99, but I know its regular price is far more than that.
Okay, and how much more? What's the regular
I think
price?
the regular price is like $7.99.
Really? They're just giving you $2, huh?
That totally happens. Or like
12-pack of sparkling water?
Or like, for example, the 1 liter bottles of Diet Coke, they're like usually like $2.79, but sometimes they'll go on sale for like $1 a piece because it's like 10 for 10. And like, if I've already purchased, then like I didn't get the deal that I was looking for, and I'm not going to like stockpile.
So how much do you say they were on sale for? $4.99?
$5.99.
They're regularly $5.63.
Well, it depends what type of water you're looking at.
I'm looking at the Blue Menu sparkling water.
So that was not what I bought.
What'd you buy?
I bought bubbly.
Oh, so
There was a deal on it, and after I did,
you know, if you really cared about saving money on these sorts of things, it's not even about the saving money. It's about the principle that you paid more than it currently is.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, you just buy the inferior product for cheaper prices.
yeah, I don't like, and I'm sure I know I am not the only person out there who's experienced this and has been annoyed by the time you go to the grocery store, the next time you go, really, the bits and bites are on for $1.99 this week, and I spent $4 on them last week.
$4? Do you think they're giving you $3 off?
But like they're $3.99 usually, and you got them for $1.99 on a hot deal. And so anyway, it's stuff like that. It would be nice if the grocery stores would give you the heads up, like the back page of the flyer would be next week's deals will include, and they can give you some of them so that I can like plan my purchasing out.
Where are you getting these flyers from?
If you go into the grocery store, there's a basket of flyers. You just
you
grab.
take those?
Of course I do. I want to see what's on sale.
But you don't care. You're going to buy whatever anyway.
Yeah, but like if stuff's on that I wouldn't usually buy, oh, that's probably a good
like,
buy.
name the last thing that you saw in a flyer that you wouldn't normally buy that you've now bought.
I bought some fruit that way.
Because you don't normally buy fruit.
I don't usually buy like peaches or nectarines or whatever, or cherries, but if they're on sale, then then maybe I'll buy them right now.
So you don't like nectarines, but if they're on sale, you'll buy them and eat them.
Yeah, sure. Because I mean, they're not that bad.
Why? Why? So all these flyers have done is encourage you to spend money you weren't going to spend in the first place.
So, but if I knew it in advance, then I could make sure I knew what I was going to buy for the next week. It would be handy and convenient, and I think people would love it.
And you want to charge a membership fee for
Well,
this?
no, but maybe it's only people who are subscribed to like the grocery store's card. They get like an email that lets you know the week before.
Why would they do that?
Well, A, to encourage you more likely to sign up for their whatever their points card is, and to reward you as a customer.
Would you get their points card?
If they were going to give me stuff like that, it would be intriguing. Yeah.
Interesting. Jeff, this sounds insane to me.
It's a parlay of insanity.
Okay.
You know what? I'm coming around.
Okay.
All right.
I'm coming around.
Continue selling Jared here. What else do you need to know, Jared?
Oh, Substack,
Yeah.
Mayo Media newsletter,
Yeah.
free read. Well, what if they put, you signed up for that. They get ads. They put, 2 or 3 ads in the email each week. You don't have to pay a membership fee. They get a little money. You get a little heads up on toilet paper deals.
Toilet paper I could see. But that's probably where your Costco membership comes into hand.
But anything, any number of items, it's nice to know if they're about to go on sale, that I can purchase them.
I mean, I'm privileged Pat over here. I walk into the grocery store, I get what I need, and I leave.
I usually do as well. But I mean, I'm just saying there were stuff that if I knew it was going to go on sale next week, I'll wait. I'll get those crispers next week. They'll be on sale then.
Then why get the crispers ever then?
Well,
if you can go the week without the crispers, something you absolutely do not need, What? Who cares if they're 30 cents off next week? Just don't get them.
If they're on sale, it's a good buy, and I want to get them.
Is it a good buy? It sounds like it's a bad buy regardless.
Well, anyway, it bothers me when I find like I didn't get the good end of the deal.
It seems very strange at a grocery store.
But no, I mean, we're just rehashing this over and over again. It would just be super convenient for people who plan out in advance what they're going to purchase to know that, hey, next week, this is going to be on sale. So you can know what you're going to buy in advance. You might even be able to menu prep knowing this in advance. That'd be super convenient. There's only upsides.
So you wouldn't, no, it's not, there's no upside for the grocery store to do it in the first place.
Sure there is.
No, there isn't. As Jeff already pointed out, they want people buying it all times.
And that stuff is still there for purchase.
Yeah, but they can sell it for more right now.
Yeah.
Tim, what if you're there this week and it's on sale for less next week, but they give you, if you're part of the member, it's like it's $4 now. It's going to be $3 next week. But since you're a member, you can buy it now for $3.50.
I love it.
You can middle, but you're getting the worst end of the deal.
I'm just better than if I didn't have any deal at all, though. At least they're meeting me in the middle.
So I would love to sell you a car. It would be amazing.
That guy that sold Tim his Corolla must have been snickering
I have a
good.
Camry. I don't have a Corolla.
He's like, you know what? This Corolla, you're
I
gonna
don't have a Corolla.
It's $38,000, and you're like, oh, I can't pay that much for it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll give it to you for $36,500. You're like, oh my god, $1,500 off. Well, it's worth like $10,000.
I don't think I'm that much of a mark, to be honest.
All you want is someone to tell you you're saving a little bit of money. That's all you apparently want, whether you're actually saving it or not.
But if I'm going to buy something, I'd rather buy it at the sale price, and I'd like to know what it's going to be.
It's like betting. We put that Pizzola on Thursday. Best
trying to
price.
take
Everyone
the
wants to get
question-
best price.
Trying to take the variance out of it
How is that taking the variance out of it?
by knowing what it's going to be in the
You're
future.
either withholding yourself from getting something you want, or you're actively buying things you don't want.
I'll wait the week to get it.
It's food. You eat food.
Whatever.
So if you have to wait a week to buy something, and you can afford to buy it at the normal price. Now, if you can't afford it, then this would be
For many people, they can't.
This would be great, but you're not that person.
But it's not just for me.
But you're talking about it as main
But I'm
character
thinking-
Tim.
no, but
no,
I'm
you're
think-
thinking. You didn't say anything. I'm the first person to bring up low-income people here. You're talking about how much it makes you feel better when you get a deal.
Well, yeah, that's how it benefits me.
Yeah.
But that's not the only positive externality.
So the extra time that you're putting into this to find these deals in the first place is worth way less than the actual 30 cents of savings you're going to
30
get.
seconds to look at the back of the ads.
How much is your time worth?
30 seconds, it's worth that. Whatever the savings are, that's worth that.
I don't know if it is.
It is. And for people who do, need to be very cautious.
Oh yeah, well, let's turn this into you're just looking out for fucking
No,
poor people here. Give your head a shake, pal.
but-
You're looking out for you and what's convenient for you.
No.
And now you've heard me say that. Now you're going to latch onto that.
No, but it's like, when Adam Smith talks about the reason the butcher and the brewer and the baker make the deals that they do, it's because they want to get something out of it. They don't act out of their own self-interest or out of their own altruism, but out of their own self-interest. But in acting out of self-interest, it actually generates positive effects for society. So me acting out of my self-interest would actually have this positive effect for others, for whom it's more of a delicate situation.
It's not a positive effect for the people selling the food.
They're still going to have.
So you want to take away from the bottom line of a corporation? You think that's not good for the
They'll
shareholders,
sell
pal?
more of those products.
No, they won't. They will not sell more of the products.
I think they will.
They absolutely will not. Because if they did, they'd already do it.
I think they would, because people miss out on the deals not knowing that they're coming. But if they knew a week in advance and were more likely to buy, probably would move more product too.
No, they wouldn't. They'd have more expired product.
Well, test pilot it. It would be cool.
You don't think that they've thought of these things?
I don't know if they have.
It's just like you don't think that the city has thought about what if we just build another bridge over this construction?
It
How
would
can
be
that
so
go wrong?
convenient to have that bridge to drive over, and you wouldn't have to sit there and wait in traffic all the day. What's your time worth?
A lot.
Well, then I'm giving you a way to cut 20 to 25 minutes out of your day, and you turn your nose up at it.
It's unaffordable.
Well, nothing is free. It's an investment in infrastructure.
So my property tax, I know you're a renter. I'm an owner. I don't need my taxes going up, so I have to fucking pay for you to not sit in traffic.
That's better for the environment, not to have everybody idling.
You think it's better for the environment to do more construction on construction?
Than have people idling? And I think probably.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not an environmental scientist.
The cars come with the anti-idling thing now. You have to really go out of your way to turn that off.
Well,
'Cause it sucks.
many of us don't have such cars.
I would say that more people now have those cars than not.
I don't know.
Not his Corolla.
No, his Corolla does
Stop
not. That's true.
calling
It
it
does
that.
have dead man's hats in the back.
Stop it. All right.
It's
Now,
a haunted
now
car.
you're attacking me.
We attacked your ideas because they were terrible.
Yeah, we're attacking your ideas, not you. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Well,
love
I think
you.
they're both great ideas. I also don't like these fancy poutines they're coming out with these days.
Then
either.
don't eat them.
Like, I don't.
You know what? Maybe don't eat poutine.
But you know what? You don't need bacon and caramelized onion and
Why?
green onion.
What if you wanted raw onions?
and-
You wouldn't want that either because that's all you can taste is the raw onion.
Well, yeah, exactly.
so you need to have it caramelized if you're going to have onions.
Just the three things is all you need. You don't need to gussy it up with all this other stuff.
What if
pork
people would want that?
But I'm saying it doesn't belong on poutine, and we
Oh.
don't need that.
You know what went out of business?
What?
Your fucking alcohol-free bar.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh,
It
dear.
lasted a clean 3 weeks.
Oh, dear.
How many times did you go after you said you're going to be a big supporter?
Well, I didn't have time.
I would have thought the time to go would be like in the first 3 weeks.
I didn't realize it was that precarious.
After everyone telling
Not
you that it
3
was.
weeks. If you told me it didn't last after a year, well, okay. Well, but 3 weeks, that seems incredibly short.
Yeah, it turns out no one wanted it. And all the people that said they wanted it didn't go.
Well, I mean, I would have gone in time.
Would you?
I would.
I feel like you wouldn't. You say you're going to do a lot of stuff in time that you don't do.
Well, you know, I guess it's a good life lesson, and that life is short, and don't wait.
And you have to go to your hipster alcohol-free bar.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea. We just saw how great of an idea it was.
Well, I'm surprised that it fell apart that quickly because it is a good idea. You got to give it some time.
To lose more money? You're very good at spending other people's money here.
What I'm doing is thinking about
What?
conveniences for people.
For
I'm so
you.
sorry. No,
For
but
you.
It's not just me. Other people. It's not like it's only going to benefit me. It benefits the society in general. Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You can keep shaking your head at me. I'm going to keep telling you that it is. It's better for
You
everybody.
want the city to spend $200 million to build a structure.
Oh, I don't think it would be that.
Because you don't fucking know what anything costs.
$100 million.
To have a mobile structure that needs to be stored,
Okay,
set
Dr.
up,
Evil.
and taken down
Yeah.
every single time that there's construction anywhere that needs to have the type of steel in it to be reinforced that cars can drive over construction. What do you think this costs? 30 grand?
No, a few mil, but not
A few mil.
Not
We just
too-
talked about a fucking bridge that
was
costs
like
1
million.
What,
So
like
this is going to be 200 times more expensive.
yes.
Please.
You have to set it
Come
up,
off
take
of
it down, and store it. and
way.
as you said, you need a full-time crew to run it as well.
Well, they can also be part of the construction crew. Like obviously, the construction is not happening while the thing is being built, so that's part of the
So
job.
this is owned privately by the construction company.
no, it doesn't. No, it would be owned by the city or whatever.
So now the city is now paying for another company to have to pay their employees to do that too.
Well, that's all
and the
part-
city is paying for
It's
it.
all part of the construction. It's all part of the construction, so that people can drive over the traffic.
It's not a part of the construction because the construction company wouldn't fucking own this. So,
Fine.
so now it's a taxpayer's expense there.
Sorry, I have ideas. I'm sorry. I
So,
have
sorry,
ideas.
all you're trying to do is get me to spend more money.
I just want to make people's lives more convenient.
Well, this would actually make it less convenient because you'd have to spend time setting it up, which doesn't take 4 hours like you'd think.
I think it could be done faster than you think. You seem to think it's going to take a month. I don't think so.
I think it would take like a week,
I don't know.
and you need to bring in cranes in order to lift the steel.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'll not sit here and pontificate about how you'd put it together.
It would take more than 4 hours to put up like the bleachers around the 18th hole for a golf tournament.
I don't know. I'm just saying it would be really convenient to have, and I would like it.
Okay, let's pick games.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I offend you with my ideas.
I love your ideas. I love you. Don't worry.
We're going to call this one for a bit Credit Corner.
Okay.
Credit Corner. It's Credit Corner.
Yeah. So you do like the jingle.
I like it when it works in my direction.
So you do get to take a victory lap here.
I certainly do. After being excoriated by you and by Geoff about how the idea of a movable ramp to override construction so you could drive on being told it's so dumb, it would cost $30 billion to create, et cetera, so it would never exist in real life. What happens the next day? Because we have fantastic fans. Somebody found this example of
Many people found it.
they were fired up. There's an example from years ago of this exact thing existing after I was told it couldn't exist. So how do you like your eggs scrambled or fried on your face?
So, as I mentioned on the Sunday night show, I did a deep dive into the Astra Bridge to really figure out why only one of them exists in the world.
Why did you do this deep dive?
I just wanted to know. Like, after I saw the video, I actually thought it was pretty fascinating.
It is.
And I started to think, like, why doesn't this, like, to your point, why doesn't this exist everywhere? Why is there one of them, and why is it in Switzerland? Because, as it turns out, it's pretty expensive and not super viable.
The part that I didn't think of, which was really cool, was that it was sort of held up by like scissor lifts with wheels that could like support the weight.
Yeah.
It was easy to roll those in and roll those out. That
I didn't
part
think
would
it
not
was
take
like
a
a
lot.
transport truck that you'd see like heavy machinery sort of trailered on almost.
So because it's movable, so it's 257 meters long. And it's almost 8 meters wide, but it gives you a space of 100 meters underneath to work with and create the ramp over. Now, it cost 25 million euro to make, and it didn't work. They had to go back and rejig it around. But here's why. The only reason it would make sense is if it was a long construction job that was going to take like months in order to finish. Like you're doing an interstate highway and you're just doing the entire thing over and over. Because here's why. How long do you think it takes to set up, Geoff?
I see. I would assume not long, but because you're asking, it seems so practical. When I saw the video, I'm like, "Damn, Tim, you got me."
So it takes an entire weekend in order to set up. So it's not very viable for most construction jobs because they would be done by that point.
Right, but it is on wheels. So if you're doing a large stretch of highway,
you could move it
keep
down,
inching it down as you finish stuff.
The setup and tear down process requires 16 trucks with low bed trailers, making a combined total of 45 trips to transport all of the structural elements to and from the worksite. 3 cranes are required in order to set it up, along with 2 14-person assembly teams dedicating the entire weekend working in shifts to put it up and to take it down. So I think for what you were talking about, the inconvenience of like traffic around like here that's going to bother you, it wouldn't make any sense to have it.
No, but at the same time, that's a
It
prototype.
exists. That's all it
exists.
needs.
Yeah, it is a big win for you.
And you could probably scale it down as well. Like, and it would be a little cheaper once you started figuring out some of the kinks. You could scale it down to like a smaller scale and would take less time to set up.
It's pretty big as it is, and you can only work 100 meters underneath of it.
But if you're doing like a really short stretch, like a 25 meter stretch,
Yeah, but why would you have to spend because you have to basically shut down that area for an entire weekend to set it up and to tear it down. Like you couldn't do 20 meters in 4 days.
Yeah, that's
in
fair
theory,
point.
cities, municipalities would just like be cocky enough to think that they can just do the projects without like the waste and just get it done as fast as possible and not need this. But
This is going to win an award.
in hindsight, it seems like you always need this.
Sort of, but the only reason it exists because the Swiss government pumped money into it to build it as a like prototype, and I just don't understand unless government like municipalities can't afford this.
Not at that scale, no.
No, I mean, what if you had one? Like, who cares? I feel like you would need a lot of these.
The municipality doesn't buy it; it's the private construction company, and that helps them get the projects because they have this machinery that like that's who should have to pay for it almost is the construction company.
It should, but the construction company would never do that because I mean, if we're saying it's $25 million, it's $25 million to do, and it's really like having access to the cranes, having access like you have to hire brand new teams to work around the clock that are specifically dedicated to do this. If it was a 2-man team and that's all it took, that'd be one thing. What did I say it was? It was
2 14-man
two 14-man teams that you would just have to have on staff. Like it would cost less money. Like, yeah, it would be good in order for the private business to have it. But if the government mandated it, then that would be one thing. But it would cost less money for the government just to pay them to do regular construction.
I would agree.
Yeah, and they'd rather go overtime and get paid for it.
Here was my pushback against it that I told you on Sunday, that if this was actually a viable thing, China would have 1 billion of these things.
Does seem like it, yeah.
Or Dubai, you said Dubai, like places where they have no regard, like they don't pay wages to people and none of this stuff matters, they would have it all over the place.
Just because the convenience factor for the drivers is so significant.
Yeah, like think about it in like Saudi Arabia or something like that if there was construction anywhere like the Saudi prince had to drive, they would have this entire fucking thing set up for him.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? So all those things are very fair points.
But it exists and you win.
But exists, and that's enough. And I said to you, like, when we come do the award show in the spring, this is going to win an award for like reverse cursed or something because it exists.
Also, I was telling you before the show, Geoff, did you know that there was a major scientific achievement that happened in the past week, but the crooked Western media refuses to cover it?
No.
China blew up an asteroid that may have hit the Earth.
Oh, good for props to China.
This is why we were talking about Armageddon before the show started, Geoff. It was like this. I already saw this movie.
That's insane. That's insanity.
It does seem wild, and also wild that it hasn't been reported.
You know what's
on
not
the news.
fair? China deserves credit.
You're the China of this show. Oh, China's still cool.
It just seems
You
like
pay later.
I feel like NASA would have had to have been involved in some way, but
I don't know. It's crazy that it hasn't been covered. Like, what was the last like good space thing that happened? They sent like something to Mars and it blew up, didn't it?
yeah, I mean, some of the SpaceX launches and then the way they will actually land on the pad or whatever.
This feels
are
like
impressive.
this
is
feels like a
another
whole level above that.
It does. This gives me great hope that if there is again some sort of like disastrous asteroid hurtling towards the Earth, as Ren and Stimpy say, in the year 800 billion or whatever, like we'll be able to stop that. That's encouraging.
Yeah, it's good. I was just shocked that the only reason that I found out about it, I have a few scientist friends, and they were just going like crazy about it. And then like they had to take it with a grain of salt. They're like, well, the Chinese government is telling us about this, but there was like independent, verified people who were there.
That's wild.
You got anything else?
Yeah, it came up today. Robert Redford passed away today.
What movie did you watch?
No, nothing like. I was thinking about it, and I was like, Robert Redford. Other than maybe I think Clint's the last one left. Robert Redford's like the last mega super Hollywood star.
Warren Beatty is still alive.
Yeah, but Warren Beatty didn't make nearly as many excellent movies as Robert Redford did, and wasn't in as many excellent movies as Robert Redford was in. And Warren Beatty didn't also set up at like the American version of Cannes at Sundance either, which is what Robert Redford did too. Like,
see, no, I would say that. I mean, just to discuss festivals for a second, Sundance is a completely different thing than Cannes.
okay, but it's like the most recognizable American film festival.
It is, but it's for independent cinema.
Correct.
Like,
It's not, yes,
like
I agree.
the closest thing that North America has to Cannes is probably the Toronto Film Festival.
That's fair. What I'm just trying to say is his contribution to movie making
Hate that festival.
as a superstar actor. I mean, we could rattle off a million awesome movies he's in, right? Butch Cassidy, The Sundance Kid, 3 Days of the Condor, The Sting. I mean, you name it. Like we can go on and on. Even some of the later movies he made, like I think it was called The Last Man, where like it was basically oh my god, I'm blanking on the movie Castaway, but like without any dialogue, and it's just Robert Redford in it on a boat. That's a really good film.
It's a great director.
He made Ordinary People, which won a Best Picture nomination. He made I don't know if he made The Natural or if he was just in The Natural. He made a couple other excellent
Did he
films.
make Quiz Show?
He did make Quiz Show. Absolutely, he did.
The forgotten movie from that year that had all the big. That was the '94 Oscars.
95.
It was the Forrest Gump beats Pulp Fiction and Shawshank. Quiz Show is the other big drama nominated, and Four Weddings and a Funeral was the other one.
So my point was like Robert Redford is the type of mega star in popular culture I don't think is possible anymore because of the bifurcation of like movies just aren't as important anymore. And like it's hard to get that big in television the way that Robert Redford was. So like other than Clint, who's still around and still making films, who might be on that level,
And he was
Robert
the
Redford's like,
people's sexiest man.
pardon me?
And he was a people's sexiest man when that mattered.
I mean, absolutely super famous. Like, I mean, The Sting is one of the greatest movies of the last 70 years, probably. Even some of the weird movies he was in. Like, there's one, I think it's called The Last Castle with him and James Gandolfini.
I remember when that movie
That's
came out.
actually a pretty good movie.
It's
not a
okay.
great movie,
It's okay.
but it's a pretty good movie.
It's not as good as Castle, the TV show, which I am
Or
currently watching.
The Castle, the movie.
Castle, the movie is great.
But my
You
point
tell
was,
Cam you're watching Castle.
We had to have something on as like background night fodder for like after we put the kids to sleep and my wife and I are just drained. And Castle is what it is right now. We got through Dr. House, MD.
I'm wondering if it's possible for anyone to ever be as big of a deal in pop culture as Robert Redford has over the last 60 years. And I don't think it is possible
It's
anymore.
possible, like fame without the internet is sort of unquantifiable. How famous you had to be to be famous before the internet.
No, see, I disagree. I think it was weirdly easier to become really famous before the internet because there wasn't as many famous people. Like the Rizzler is famous. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah,
like,
that shows you
there's
how
a
easy
mega
it is
level
to be
of fame.
famous.
There's one guy on that level.
Tom Cruise.
Cruise is different.
Cruise doesn't make really many films.
It's Leo. Leo is the last.
If Leo were to become a director in the next 10 years to start making really good pictures, he could get on that
then
level.
Robert Redford's closest comp is George Clooney. Then
Sure, Clooney could definitely get there.
I mean, Clooney's
a mega super Hollywood star,
and
but
he's a director and he's a producer.
Old, but he's old. I'm
True,
thinking
but
about
I'm
like,
just saying the youngest version of this. I don't think
And he
Leo's
was
ever
the
going to be.
people's sexiest man.
like when we are 70, will there be somebody who is that famous for the
No,
next generation?
no,
I just don't know that it's.
no.
And so if that's the case, then we are losing something.
Yeah, we're
when
lo-
people like Robert Redford pass away.
Celebrity and movie star. Yeah, it's done. There's very few left. Leo, Tom Cruise. There's very few. Meryl Streep. There's
Brad
very
Pitt.
few
Yeah,
true,
Brad Pitt.
yeah, of course. There's very few like stars left. True stars.
And again,
And
it's
that's why I know this sounds weird, but the coolest thing and the most fascinating thing that I enjoy about Taylor Swift is like in today's day and age, there are so many few like true celebrities that when we have one, I actually think that's kind of like cool because they're so rare. They're like an endangered species, that level of celebrity nowadays.
It's got to be the sort of person that if you ask any single random person, do you know that person? They say, oh yeah, I know them, and probably could rattle off 2 or 3 things about them. That level of fame seems unachievable or just about unachievable.
Didn't he have salad dressing or that was
that was Paul Newman.
That was Paul Newman.
That was Paul Newman, who was also super famous.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
quite the director that Redford was.
He also had race cars.
He did have
Yeah,
race
he
cars.
did.
You know what? It's funny that Robert Redford's been largely unheard of for the past 25 years or so.
Yeah, it was that one movie he made a few years ago.
Yeah.
That was like nominated for the Academy
Which was
Awards.
not good, but they gave him a
It was-
look
yeah.
because he's was about to be dead.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's the last thing that you're ever going to be in. Let's reward you.
He was in the Avengers too, to some degree, I think too.
Was he?
Like Winter Soldier, maybe.
Someone pointed out that not only do we not like or dislike anything from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we just pretend like it doesn't exist. I will tell you why, because I don't see these movies.
I don't see them anymore. Like I used to see a couple of the big blockbuster ones, but like they don't have any. To me, they didn't have any lasting impact.
Yeah.
They didn't have the cultural resonance that like even the Star Wars movies had.
I will tell you that I'm very excited for one battle after another.
Sure. I mean, you were talking about it.
Yeah, it's probably the movie I'm been the most excited about over the past
I'm
5 years.
now getting very excited about the Odysseus movie.
When does that even come out?
I think next year, maybe. I'm getting very excited for that.
You should be excited for this.
I'd go see it.
You should go see it. It's going to win Best Picture.
It may. I mean, I actually don't know who's in the running.
Well,
for Best
I
Picture.
think that's why.
Okay.
It's just that there doesn't seem, maybe there's something that's going to kind of come out of nowhere that ends up doing it. But this seems like the perfect year, like the perfect storm to reward PTA. Best director, best writer, best picture.
Yeah.
Rewards like basically the movie because his best shot was taken away from him. And in retrospect, I think the people kind of think that he should have got all of the awards that year. But it turned out that 2 of probably the 3 best movies of the millennium came out in the same year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. These things happen.
Do you know how dog shit you have to be as a company to make young men stop caring about Star Wars and superheroes? Do you know how shit of a job you have to do? Do you know how, like, do you know what, like, fucking losers?
Do you know that Disney is now sponsoring this show, Jeff?
They're going to make a cartoon out of Jeff. He's the next character in Lilo and Stitch 3.
It's Fantasia, but it's Feinberg-tasia.
Just Mickey creating stars for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers Apprentice. Do.
I feel like what happened to Star Wars is what you feel like happens in sitcoms, like what you always want. Like, we should have more Creed scenes in The Office. That they overexpose Star Wars.
They did.
And they let fans dictate
Way
what
too much.
happens.
They didn't stick to the canon nearly as like the last. I mean, look, as much as I don't like Rian Johnson, and I think he did okay with that middle movie, but I don't think he did a very good job. The last movie is so terrible. It is so stupid to bring Emperor Palpatine back. There's no way that was the plan.
Jeez,
when they
spoiler.
started. Yes, spoiler alert. And I've actually done you a favor. Now you don't have to go see that movie if you haven't yet. Like the idea of bringing him back from the dead in the 9th movie when you had spent all this time building up Snoke and building up the First Order as this new thing that sort of rose from the ashes of the Empire that wasn't really affiliated with the Empire. And then you just completely go, well, we're out of ideas. I guess we'll just go back to the Emperor and let's see how that. It was it left such a bitter taste in the mouths of people like me who, I'm not a Star Wars super fan, but I like Star Wars. I went to go see all the movies. I liked Rogue One. I like that cinematic universe. I'm interested in that sort of stuff. Yeah, it was completely misplayed from the jump, pretty much. I mean, I thought the first movie, The Force Awakens, I actually thought was pretty good. I actually liked that movie. It was just a redo of A New Hope, but that was okay. You got to see you got to see Han Solo again. You got to see Chewie. You got to see Princess Leia. That was a lot of fun. Like that was an enjoyable watch in the theater. But the last 2 movies were just terrible. And yeah, so they just ruined it. And I think with Marvel, it's something similar. It's just that they after Avengers Endgame, there's out of ideas. Like you can't afford to bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, so you can't do anything Iron Man-ish. You know, you had to kill off of. I'm sorry, why am I blanking on his name? Thanos. You had to kill him off immediately, like in the last movie. It's like people just stopped caring. And nothing's replaced it, by the way. Like, what's the big, massive cinematic IP experience that people are fired up for? There's a huge lacuna there.
I feel like it was Mission Impossible before that first one. Like the final part of that 2-parter just didn't do well. I mean, it did well, but it didn't
Mission Impossible is not the same type of thing that's like they're super nerds about.
I mean, Avatar kind of fills that spot. I mean, I don't like it. You don't like it. It does huge numbers.
Like, do people, I don't know, do people show up to Comic-Con dressed up like Avatar characters?
I have no
idea. To
idea.
me, that's like the barometer of like.
You also think that people should go to Comic-Con dressed as Spider-Man.
I do, but I appreciate that they don't. Like, to me, whatever's going on in that world in terms of like the costumes you see is like what's a big deal in pop culture and sci-fi.
We've lost Geoff. He's out. You should watch Andor.
Okay.
Which is very good.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
It's on Disney Plus. You got to go find it.
Okay.
I have nothing really to add because I don't watch Star Wars, so I've never seen it, but I just know they've turned off their fans bigly.
You get too popular, this is what happens.
Well, it's not even about being too popular. It's about like mismanaging your success.
Well, it's trying to.
It's about thinking anything you do, like your shit doesn't stink, and that people will just gobble up whatever you fucking feed them. And at some point, you can even take a loyal audience and turn them off and piss them off enough where they're just like, no, I'm done.
Agree.
Well, I mean, that's sort of correct, but it's not. Because it's not like if they released a Star Wars movie tomorrow, it wouldn't make $3 trillion.
Would it?
Yeah, the last one did. The last one made a ton of money. They were all successful movies.
Yeah, but that was a part of the trilogy, the end of the Skywalker like trilogy. You make a brand new movie that isn't directly related on the Skywalker family.
You call it episode 10 and keep going on. And it makes $1 trillion.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Of course you would. So would everyone.
But I'm not saying I'd be excited for it. And if I don't know if it would, it would have to be, put it this way. Star Wars is to the point now that if they were to put out an episode 10, it would actually have to be really good for it to make that kind of money. Because there'll be a lot of people who'd be apprehensive. Like, I don't know. We'll see what the reviews say. And if the reviews are bad, they go.
I don't think anyone's looking at reviews of a Star Wars movie.
Well, I disagree. Star Wars is the type of movie that non-sci-fi people will go to watch because they grew up with it. They actually know the story. It's like
I actually
it's fun.
think the people just want more Pedro Pascal.
He's in every. He says maybe he has a cameo on this show a little bit later on. Jeff, spoiler.
Oh,
He's actually going to be on Sunday Night Live next week.
It's funny because I was rewatching Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And it's funny. Just
been all over my TikTok feed recently.
Really?
For some reason, the clips of that show has been in my algorithm.
Like the first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones are like top level ever TV. Yep. It's amazing that they were able to sustain such a high level show for so long that it's not completely shocking that it just got completely derailed. And it wasn't even really its fault that it got derailed.
No, it's not. It's George R.R. Martin.
No, it's not even that. It's just everything in that show took so much time, and that's what made it rich.
Whose book will be finished first? George R.R. Martin
or Morency's?
Or Morency's book. Which book will be finished first?
I was talking to Morency about his book the other day. I told him if he just does an audio podcast of the book, he doesn't have to release it. He just records it audio wise and puts it into ChatGPT. It will write it for him. It will. It'll be his story. It'll be written like basically just translate this for me and like clean it up a bit.
I don't know.
I think that would work. But they had to rush everything. Like,
They did have, well, they did
because
have to
they
rush
did
it.
have to because the actors are like, we're not doing another 7 years of this.
Well, no, but like, could they've taken one more year and given HBO has a quadrillion?
Doesn't matter. The actors were done. Like it was a very difficult film to shoot or show to shoot. The actors were finished with it, but the show was so good. Lost was kind of the same way. Like Lost was great until it wasn't.
Yeah,
Like people ask me like, oh, should I go back and rewatch Lost? Like, yes, absolutely.
Stop at not Penny's boat and be happy with yourself.
No,
Stop
watch
there.
it all the way to the end. I rewatched it.
Don't watch it to the end because it's all a bunch of nonsense.
It depends on what you want from the show.
Don't give me numbers for 6 seasons that are going to be consequential and then at the end say, tee-hee, didn't matter.
Oh, they did matter.
They didn't matter.
That's how you knew who the candidates were.
Again,
Talking about them numbers, Mr. Reyes.
Lost was a complete and utter waste of my time. And I watched it from the beginning on network TV and I loved it. And the last season was so horrendous with the sideways time shift jumps and an ending that didn't pay off. Like, I would advise people, no, there's so much other television you could watch. Don't watch that.
I disagree.
It doesn't do you any good. It just leaves you frustrated like me.
It's still, I mean, some shows don't have just tidy conclusions. I mean, that's why people still like Breaking Bad, because it had the very tidy conclusion.
As did Better Call Saul. Had a great conclusion.
Well, not a lot of people were watching Better Call Saul.
Actually, at one time, people were really watching it. I don't know if AMC makes anything anymore.
I have no idea what AMC makes.
I guarantee you that 24 premise would rock hard again. Just that clock and just like the ability to just open and close it, like, and you have the time restraint. I think that just plays so well for normies and casuals like me. I think that if that was resurrected, I think it would fuck pretty hard.
I would agree. I think that if Mad Men started today and it was exactly the same show, no one would watch it.
Probably.
I think it's too slow for
There's
people.
too much content now. There wasn't in 2008.
No.
There is now.
It still remains, I think, the peak of all of those
It's certainly
shows.
beautiful.
It's a slow developing story.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really dark, and sometimes it's really philosophical,
And sometimes it's hilarious.
and sometimes it's very funny.
Family experience! Experience!